Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Sunday night. Oh, I already have an alert on my phone. What do you guys think of my hat? This is my conspiracy theory hat, you guys. Because why not? I mean, we are going to talk about conspiracy theories, so I should be prepared, right? I have to wear my conspiracy theory hat because... Hi, Donna! I don't want the government getting into my head and knowing what I'm talking about. I'm messing with you guys all. You guys, I had to get into character, okay? Hey, Florida Jim. Hey, Margot. How's it going? Hey, Maureen. What's up, sugar? Good to see you back. It kind of goes with the stigma of being a conspiracy theorist, which we all know I am. You know, I kind of look like a Hershey's Kiss, only I don't have a little whoop paper hanging out. Hey, Amy, how's it going? Hey, Amber, glad you guys are all here. Can I just tell you, like, I've had this hat on for not even a hot minute, and it's hot. What did I expect, though? Why do I do this stuff? I don't know. It's just fun, you guys. It's just fun. So, first of all, as I get into it, hey, Deplorable Bobby, how's it going? Thank you, Crystal. I know my hat. It's going to be the newest fashion trend. But this is going to block the transmissions from the mothership for a minute so that I can talk to you guys. Hey, Sam, how's it going? You love my new do. I know, Betty. Huh? Isn't it fun? It's super hot, like, in temperature. I may have to turn the other fan on, so... Oh my god, why do I do these things? It keeps the 5G away. Oh my gosh, you're so right, Bobby. Alright, first and foremost, you guys, I hit 8,000 subscribers. So I want to thank all my new subscribers and all my old subscribers, you guys. 8,000. Wow, I never thought when I first started this that I would even get to 8,000. I remember the day when I had like 4 subscribers. And now I have 8,000 and still counting today. Hey, Gayla, how's it going? Hey, Lola. Lola, you like my hat? You think Florida Jim is going to have a funny comment? He always has a funny comment. Crystal says, Idaho loves you. Thank you. You know, I could actually probably bake an Idaho potato with my head tonight. Oh my god. Okay. And then next, you guys, I want to take a second and, as I try and always do, thank my moderators, Florida Jim, Lisa, and Black Bart, who is also known as Mr. Atomic. I couldn't do my live streams at this point anymore without you guys. Maybe when I was like this big of a channel, I could have done it without you, but now that I am 8,000 strong, couldn't do it. Just saying. So thank you. And you guys, Florida Jim, just so you guys know, he does have his own YouTube channel. So after this live stream, not right now, after, make sure you go subscribe to him. Okay, so here's a little disclaimer about my hat before I get into it. I in no way want to offend. Notice I had to search for the right word. Any conspiracy theorists out there, because I am a conspiracy theorist, okay? I just wanted to make this fun, you guys, that's all. So don't take offense to my beautiful, beautiful hat that is blocking the mothership right now and blocking 5G and blocking the government from knowing my plan to call Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Yes, that is what we were going to do tonight, guys. There are a few things I want to talk about. Yes, because I have to. Hi, Brent. How are you, sugar? I see you in here. There are a few things I want to talk about first. Then we're going to call what I hope is Ruth Bader Ginsburg's number. According to my research, it looks like it is. And then we're going to take some live phone calls from you guys. So let's get into it, you guys, because I could talk forever. You guys, there's 54 people in here and 19 likes. Make sure you hit like, okay? Because I'm wearing this damn hat and it's hot. Like I said, you guys, I believe in conspiracy theories, okay? But I'm not sold on every single one. And you shouldn't be either. And we're going to talk about that tonight. Besides talking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, we're also going to talk a little bit about Trump and a little bit about Q and how it kind of all ties together. Put your Q shirts on if you're not already wearing that, and put your MAGA hats on if you don't have one of these beautiful babies. So I'm going to start with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, because obviously that's the big draw. That's why you guys are all here. That's why I have 60 people in here now, is because you guys want to hear me call Ruth Bader Ginsburg. For those of you that did not see my video that I posted last night, I sat last night while I had a massive headache because I had nothing to do, and I watched both videos of her in the airport like 30 times each, okay? And I made a video about it. Gillespie says, hello, call. I know, you guys. Hang in there. I'm going to call. I can't just be like straight out the gates, call. Hi. Because then y'all would leave and, you know, there's no fun in that. Fofo says, go ahead, do it. Call now. I'm going to. Okay. It's very important. I'm going to make it fast. Okay. So don't worry. It's very important that you guys look at the differences of the two videos. I posted in my video the two dates, or well, I didn't post, I talked about it, the two dates of the video, one being April 11th of 2018, the other one being February 18th of 2019. I do not have the technology, you guys, to put that into this video, otherwise I would for you. But you need to pay attention to the specific details and differences of the video. The handlers are completely different between the old and the new videos. Yes, the clothes are the same, it's the same outfit, but there are differences in the outfit, and you guys have to pay attention to those things, okay? This is what a good conspiracy theorist would do. Pay attention to the details. She's walking in the same distance of the airport, the same area of the airport, and I know a lot of you were concerned about the hunch. I didn't see the hunch. Well, you guys, in the old video, she's wearing the scarf around her neck. It's hanging, it's kind of messy. In the new video, she's got it wrapped around her head and tucked into her jacket, and her hood is high, you guys, high up against her neck. So are you going to see the hunch? Let's use some common sense here, you guys. And I'm not saying that to in any way upset you. I'm just saying you're not going to see it. So it's really important that you guys pay attention to the details. And then there's people out there, you guys, that are talking about, well, she's wearing the same outfit. Well, hi, how many videos have I done where I wore the sweatshirt? How many times have you worn the same outfit twice? A lot. Okay, this is my favorite sweatshirt, by the way. You guys, in the old video, you can clearly see she's wearing earrings and she has a black scrunchie in her head. But in the new video, she has the scarf wrapped around her head. And it's too short of a distance from the doors of where she came in the airport to where she goes up the escalator for her to rip off her scarf and go for a new look. And you guys, the handlers, in the old video, it's all men. In the new video, it's two men. One of them is black. The old video, they're all white. And then there's a woman, okay? A woman is literally holding her arm, keeping her going, you guys. So what, in that 50 feet from the door to the escalator, she changed handlers? You guys have to think about the details and not assume that, oh yeah, it's the same video, okay? Just pointing this out. You don't have to believe me. I mean, you guys, the outfit though, Meghan Markle has been seen as wearing the same outfit twice, so why wouldn't Ruth Bader Ginsburg? A royal versus a politician? Of course, it's completely feasible. And people were asking, why would they ask about the RBG movie success? Well, why not? I mean, what else are you gonna really talk to her about? How you doing? Yeah. Okay, and then people are like, why are there no photos? Okay, look at the new video, you guys. Look at everybody just walk right by her. Qdoba is there. People are just eating. Nobody even realizes Ruth Bader Ginsburg is walking through the airport. So why would somebody stop to take a photo? People are too busy with their lives. And if you think about it, in DC, even more so. DC is desensitized. So why would they stop and pay attention to some old lady walking through the airport? Nobody in the video is even interested that she's there except for one person. And the guy's like, oh, hey, you know, and he realizes it and he doesn't even whip out his phone. Okay. So, the whole, why didn't he take a picture thing? And then he says, you know, a lot of people say, well, I saw an ad or I heard there was an ad for a body double. Well, you guys, last night I posted a video. I literally posted a fake ad on Craigslist looking for a Ruth Bader Ginsburg double. It's so easy. So that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Okay? And I could literally give you guys proof of life. Like, and let's just say Ruth Bader Ginsburg got on TV, did a press conference. Those hardcore conspiracy theorists are going to be like, body double! It was a body double! Look! Her nose was slightly crooked. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Just saying. Hey Mike, how's it going? What's with my hat? This is my conspiracy theory hat. I don't want 5G getting to me. I don't want the mothership communicating to me while I'm talking about conspiracy theories. And I don't want the government to know that I'm going to try and call Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So it's just all in good fun and games, okay? Hello from Algeria? What? Somebody's from Algeria? What's up? So another thing that people point out is Trump. Why would Trump cover up her death? Okay, he's Trump. Do you think he doesn't know everything? I mean, do you think he wouldn't know someone from the Supreme Court was dead? He would know, you guys. He would know. All right? So there's people out there that will say Trump is under the control of the deep state and the cabal. He's Trump, guys. The dude has balls the size of Texas. We elected a hard-ass man. So why would he cave to the deep state? The man isn't scared. He's just not. So Q does come into play a little bit in regards to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and we'll talk about that in just a sec. But a little bit on Q, you know, a lot of people, this is just leading into it, and I'll try and keep this as fast because I know you guys are waiting for that phone call, and there's 98 of you in here. I know, hang in there, guys. But I have to talk about some stuff. I have to. Q, people say Q is somebody close to Trump. I'm not thoroughly convinced. This is one of the conspiracy theories that I'm not thoroughly convinced on. And maybe you guys in our call-in can tell me what you think and why you think Q is somebody very close to Trump. And then some people say that Q is Trump. Well, personally, I don't know that Trump has time for that kind of shit. That's a lot of posting and that's a lot of detail. So I'm not too sure about that. And I would love to hear your opinion on that when we do the call-in. So let me skip my notes here because I could talk about Q and then you guys would get all impatient and then be like, hi, Laura, call. But okay. Da-da-da, Q, Q, Q. Boy, I made a lot of notes on Q. Let's talk about conspiracy theorists right now, real quick. Conspiracy theorists want to believe the conspiracy is true. They want to believe it's true. Now, remember, don't get upset at me here because I am the one sitting in the tinfoil hat and flat out said I'm a conspiracy theorist. But I say it the way it is. I don't sugarcoat things, so I'm going to tell you the way it is. And so don't get mad at me, okay? We want it to be true, and that's the truth. And there's nothing wrong with that, unless you're not looking at all angles and all possibility, okay? A conspiracy is a soap opera. It's juicy, it's fun, it's exciting, it gives you hope, and it gives you hope at the possibility of things. It helps you dream the impossible is possible, okay? And there's always some truth to a conspiracy theory if you think about it, okay? So is it wrong to be a conspiracy theorist? No. Is it maybe a little off to believe everything you hear? Yes, because you're a grown-ass adult and you should do a little research before you make your decision. And that's why I'm here, just to point out some details. And then, you know what? You guys make your own decision. Okay, bye, Deborah. You're going to miss it. I'm about to get into it, honestly. So, for last, before I get into the details about where I got the telephone number and the addresses and things like that, I did jump onto the RBG bandwagon, okay? It's exciting. It's hot. It's news right now. But right now, there is nothing that stumps me in regards to RBG. Nothing. I'm not, and I'll challenge you guys. There could be something that you call in and talk to me about that will stump me, and then you know what? I'll be out there researching it because that's my job. But facts are important. Observation is important. So, mental moment. Hi, it's the hat. I'm just saying, look at all possibilities. And no, I'm not a sellout. Not even slightly. Do I know if she's alive or dead? No, I don't know. But right now I'm leaning a little more towards alive. But if we listen to every single conspiracy theory out there, you guys, I'm just going to say this one last thing and then we're going to get into the details. I promise, I promise, I promise. If we listen to every single conspiracy theory and every detail about a conspiracy theory, martial law would have happened a couple weeks ago. Planet X would have been here. And the financial system would have already collapsed. And let me just tell you guys, they've been talking about all that for years. So, where did I get this telephone number? There's 92 of you in here right now, and this is what you've been waiting for, so here we go. You guys, I got it from White Pages. I did a lot of searching last night. I'm like, where does RBG live? What is her telephone number? Blah, blah, blah. And I had to pay $1 for this information, okay? And you guys could do the same thing. I searched Ruth Bader Ginsburg on White Pages. Sorry, my nose is running. And then it's like, it's $6 to find out this information. And I was like, screw that. Then I went to back out and they're like, try for $1, 5 days, blah, blah, blah. So I did it, $1. And then I canceled right away. It says in the report that one of the relatives of this person that I found is Marty Ginsburg. And Marty Ginsburg was her husband. Okay? The address that was given for this person was 700 New Hampshire Avenue Northwest, and then it had an apartment number listed. And then it had two telephone numbers, area code 202, which is DC. One is mobile, one is a landlined. Landlined. I think I put a T at the end of that. Good job, Laura. The date of birth that it gave was slightly off. It was still in March. It was still in the year of 1933. It said the 1st, though, versus I thought her birthday was the 15th. Now, you guys let me know. I don't know if that's true or not. What day is right? Thank you, Charles. You like my hat? That's my conspiracy theory hat. But it does say she's 85. And just so you guys know, there's like 48 Ruth Ginsburgs in the country. right now. Yeah, so I kind of had to wean through it, look at the ones that are in their 80s, look at date of birth, etc., etc. So then I went to the address and I looked via Google Earth. And at first I thought it was like a government building or something because it's in DC. But as I looked closer and went to Street View and did like 3D, it's more like a high-rise apartment complex. It's right by the Potomac River. Did I say that right? Potomac? It's right near the embassy of Saudi Arabia. It's near Georgetown. It's near the Pentagon. It's near the embassy of Spain and Sweden. And as I got closer, I could see lounge chairs on the top. And I was like, oh, and then it's a little blurred, but I'm like, that's a person on that lounge chair. And obviously I can't tell who that person is, but it looks like it could be like a penthouse suite at the top, okay? And then they have lounge chairs for people. And then I kind of looked around the grounds and it looks like a covered pool, etc., etc. So this could be like a high-rise apartment complex. I mean, not too high-rise, but like maybe 15, 20 stories. I don't know. I didn't count, honestly. So I'm not sure if this is her residence. It would make sense because it's close to everything in DC. Now, before I make this phone call, which I'm about to do, I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer. I have not tested this telephone number. I don't know if it's legit. I don't know if the number is real and if anybody's even going to answer. I might disappoint you. And if I do, I apologize now, but if somebody does answer, how exciting is that? All right, let's just say, all right? So I am going to go with the mobile number first. Or no, I'm going to go with the landline first. And if somebody answers, I'm going to pretend that I am calling from, you know, I try to think of different reasons of why I would be calling because it's a Sunday night and it's probably like almost 9 o'clock there, I think, Eastern time. I'm going to say I'm from a leather shop calling in regards to the repair of Ruth's brown Dooney and Burke purse with a broken zipper, and let them know that the person that was supposed to pick up the purse tomorrow morning is going to be late. So that's my plan. Academy Award flowers. You guys are funny. You guys, there's 128 people in here, 57 likes. You guys hit that like button because I'm about to make a phone call and I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so, what do I do with my telephone number? Okay, so there's two numbers, area code 202. We're going to go with the home line first. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to try the mobile. We're going to try both today. So I'm going to dial area code 202. Okay, hopefully you guys can all hear. I know, huh? It might be a dud Florida gym. I'll let it ring a couple more times. She's drunk. Like it totally hung up, like nothing's there. Like it just rang and rang and rang and then nothing. Oh my God, is my hat working? Am I blocking the government right now? You guys, you said the 5G would stop, this would stop the 5G. Shit. Okay, so here's the number, you guys. This is the number I just called. I'm going to give it to you because it's public record and you can get it for $1 off of White Pages. Area code 202-965-0642. It's supposed to be a landline, okay? It just rang and rang and rang. Okay, now I'm going to try the mobile number because why not? She thinks you're a telemarketer. It might be because it's coming from an Illinois number, but it should show up as Chicago. I don't know. You know, a lot of people in this world move and have different telephone numbers, so, you know, let's go with the second number. Okay, I'm going to do the mobile number and see what happens. You guys, this is kind of scary. I'm just going to admit it. It's kind of scary. What if the Men in Black, not the Men in Black, but the FBI show up at my door tomorrow and they're like, hey, you were prank calling Ruth Bader Ginsburg? No. Okay, mobile number. I'll give you the mobile number in a sec so you can try for yourself if it doesn't work for me. 2946. Whoops. I screwed that up. Hold on. Let me back it out. I can't dial. 202. Here we go again. This is the mobile number, guys.
Have reached the Supreme Court of the United States. Please leave a message after the tone, and we will return your call as soon as possible. Record your message after the tone.
Okay, well, that was a bust. That was the Supreme Court. Okay, I didn't know that was the number for the Supreme Court. Funny, that shows that as a mobile cell phone number. Interesting. All right, let's try the first number one more time. Just so you guys know that what came up as a Supreme Court mobile telephone number, and it said mobile cell phone in my report, 202-479-2946. I'm going to try that first number again, though, and see if anybody answers the phone. And this may be a bust, and if it is a bust, you guys, I'm so sorry. But it was worth trying because we all want proof of life. And trust me, I won't stop trying. So this is just the first thing I'm going to do. I have some other ideas in my head. 202, the landline, 965. 0642. Let's see if they hang up on me again. She has her tinfoil hat on. It is a burner phone. Amber. It's a serious shit. It hung up again. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, just so you guys can try this number again on your own. It's a landline. It says it's a landline. Area code 202-965-0642. It rings and rings and nobody answers. Knock, knock. Who's there, FBI? Lilo. Okay, well, you guys, I #super tried. And it wasn't for lack of trying to research, because I did. I looked stuff up. I went hunting. I'm sure other people have done it too. I'm sure, you know, I'm not the first. I'm just the first to get on YouTube and actually call live, I think. I haven't seen anybody else do it. So 10 rings equal 1 minute. She's an old lady. Give her a chance to get there. I did. I called her twice, Melinda. That's the second time I called her. I called the home line, then I called the cell, which ended up being the Supreme Court. And then I called the home number, landline again. So Purple Gatorade says, yes, I'm the first. I tried looking last night to see if anybody had done this or tried doing this, and I didn't find anybody. So I was like, well, I have guts, so I'm going to do it. And I'm actually a really good phone person, and if anybody had answered, I probably would have been able to pull it off, as far as saying who I was and coming up with, you know, a fake spiel. So I used to be the voice of Blue Cross of California. I literally, when you called in and you listened to the automated system, it used to be me years ago. So I do have a very good phone voice, and don't let that turn into a dirty thought. But let's have some live phone calls. You guys tell me what you think. Dead or alive? Do you appreciate me trying? What do you guys think about Q? What do you guys think about Donald Trump? You know, anything in regards to conspiracy theories. Here are the rules, though, you guys. Moderators, you can throw up the numbers. Follow the rules, though, you guys, if you're calling in. No block calls. No unknown numbers. I won't answer. If it's a prank call, I'm gonna hang up, even though I'm wearing a damn tinfoil hat, all right? 5 minutes max, okay? Do not be offended if I try to redirect you or if I have to cut you off because the phone call is going too long, you guys, because people start to lose interest after about 5 minutes. So I love you all. You guys are amazing, but I gotta do my job. So phone number is area code 779-333-9628. Let me know what you think. Dead or alive, and why. Try and convince me, you guys. Try and convince me right now, somebody. Because trust me, it's not that I want somebody dead, but I don't want her to be on the Supreme Court, let's just say. So I haven't had enough, unfortunately, proof either way, in my opinion, and I want somebody to convince me. Who's the guy that does those videos where he's like, got a topic, and he's like, convince me. Does that need to be my next, like, video? Where I prop up a table, and I'm like, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, dead or alive, convince me. That could be fun. Oh, I wish I was in Phoenix, Arizona for that. You guys, area code 779-333-9628. I know there's somebody out there who wants to call and talk about RBG. Come on now. So I'm going to talk about Q, I guess, in the meantime while I wait for somebody to call you guys. Or the FBI to come knock on my door. No, I'm just kidding. I have 117 people in here, guys, and 77 likes. You got to give me a little credit for giving it a try, trying that number. Some people would call and just be like, oh shit, and hang up. Not me. Oh no, not me. Let's call again. I'm going to try and read some of my comments too. Let's talk about Q. Oh, here we go. Here's somebody. I know who this sugar is. Hold on, honey. Hi, how are you? Long time no talk to. I can't, you know what? You know what's so crazy is I can hardly hear you. Like, it sounds like one of the Peanuts cartoons where it's like, wah, 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 wah. Are you there? Hello? Maybe I'm having problems with my phone. No, I doubt it, because it rang and rang and it was clear as day when it rang for that RBG phone call. Try again, Brent. Try calling me back right now. I know it was bad sound, huh? It just sounded like he was in a tunnel. Dan Turner says the CIA. Lilo says can't hear. No, I couldn't hear him either. And I really want to talk to him too, because I want to know what he thinks. It's RBG calling back. Florida Jim, you smart ass. Bad connection. He's in BFE right now, but Egypt. So that could be why. If you want to try again, honey, you can, or give it a minute and then try again. I miss you. I wanted to talk to you. Okay, let's try again. Somebody else. Oh, Arizona! Ah! Hi, this is Atomic News TV.
Hey, what are you doing there, Arizona sister?
Who's this?
I'm in northern Arizona. You don't know UK. So anyways, RGB, there was a Supreme Court ruling a few days ago, and she's quoted www.ij.org. I believe there's there's an article, and she's quoted in that article. So obviously, if there's a Supreme Court ruling, then maybe he's alive. I don't know.
I know, right? Why, the other Supreme Court justices, they would have to be covering for her if that wasn't legit, you know what I mean?
No,
and
she's quoted in that article.
Oh, she's
www.ij.org, and that's actually a Arizona-based, founded in Arizona by actually an Arizona State Supreme Court justice.
Okay. Do you know what she was quoted? What was it about? Like, do you know?
It's the Supreme Court ruling a few days ago that came in, I think, like on Wednesday or Thursday, about the Eighth Amendment being tied in. Like two of the three pieces of the Eighth Amendment was there, and they tied the Eighth Amendment together with the last piece for basically policing for profit, and it was civil. It was forfeit, asset forfeiture or something like that.
Okay.
Property forfeiture. But yeah, she's quoted in that article, which was really interesting to quote. It's really interesting to kind of pull it up and give it to read it to your listeners there.
Okay.
Much love from AZ, Chiquita. You get them.
Thank you. Is this who I think it is? Are you the one that just messaged me on Friday?
No, I've only watched you a couple of times just because I know you're from Arizona.
Okay.
I don't like people from Arizona too much.
I think I'm thinking of someone else because you said sis. So.
Yeah, we got banged with snow up here in northern AZ.
I posted some videos about it on my channel. Holy cow, it just means that Arizona knows I'm coming.
Come on, bring it on. All right, you have a good night. Bye-bye.
Alrighty. Well, that was a nice call. I haven't heard. I think he's my first Arizona person. Are you still there? Wait, no, he's gone. Okay. Wait, who's this? Okay. Tennessee. Here we go. Now it's rolling, guys. Hi, oh, I dropped the phone. Hi, this is Atomic News TV.
Hi. So I wanted to, throw out the thought that maybe Robert Mueller is QAnon, because if you watch Mr. Reagan on YouTube, he talks about how it's possible that Robert Mueller is actually a double agent that's working against the globalists. And I think that his record definitely coincides with that, because he was a war hero. He got into the FBI after 9/11 in 2001, and he might have witnessed what was happening in the Bush and the Obama administration. And, he might be a good guy. And Mr. Reagan posited this as maybe one of Roger Stone's dirty tricks on everyone. I thought that was an interesting idea. I think it might be true, and I think it would explain why Trump has been friendly with William Barr. If you want to be optimistic and not think that it's because Trump is being tricked and they're about to kill him. So yeah, that was my thought that I wanted to share.
Oh, okay. No, that's a good theory, and I've heard that thought before, but I haven't had the chance to go into too much depth because Q is a big deep thing,
Yeah. Well,
so
I was looking, and Robert Mueller is actually the person who gave Barack Obama the list of 7 countries that were considered a national security threat, when he gave it to Obama, it was not Venezuela and North Korea, it was Cuba and North Korea. Otherwise, it was identical to the list of countries on the so-called Muslim ban. So Robert Mueller is possibly QAnon.
Ah, now you know what? It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I think is there a possibility to that? Absolutely. Do we know if he has Q clearance or not?
I don't know.
Huh. I might have to look into that. See what you did?
Yes, you're smarter than me and more skilled, so take that and do with it what you will.
All right, awesome. Well, so what do you...
Thank you. I love your show.
Thank you. Let me ask you real quick. What do you think? Ruth Bader Ginsburg, alive or dead?
I think she's dead. My screen name is Keemont Swift. I think she's dead. I know that she did submit, her thoughts on the Supreme Court ruling for civil forfeit asking like the last caller said. So she submitted her commentary on the decision, but I've never seen pictures of her inside the court. Obviously, that's not allowed. I didn't see her sitting with anyone or a video, an interview of her talking about it. It was just the official sort of statement that they have to submit. So I wonder if it's legal for that to be written by an aide.
I'm gonna have to look into that too as well. Ooh, you got me into trouble now. I'm not gonna be sleeping for days.
I hope she's alive. I hope she's doing okay, and I hope she's well. But I'm just really afraid that she's probably dead. Okay,
interesting. All right. Well, thanks so much for calling in and giving me your thoughts. I appreciate that, and thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Well, that was nice. Someone asked me, am I on drugs? No. No, this is legit conspiracy theory attire. God. You guys sound off in a poll right now here in the chat. Let me know. Do you think Ruth Bader Ginsburg is alive or dead? Just put alive or dead. Put it in there. I want to see. I want to see what everybody says. Even after watching my videos yesterday. Oh, good. My very first caller is trying again. Let's see. Hey, can you hear me now? Oh my gosh, I can't hear him at all. Brent, I can't. Are you there? Damn. I really want to talk to him. He must really be in the middle of nowhere. That's a bummer. Okay, so I have dead meat. Someone says I look like an M&M. No, it's a Hershey's Kiss. Dead. She's dead. Anybody in the chat right now think she's alive? Shoot it out. Amber says dead. I love chocolate. Maureen thinks she's alive. Maureen. Why do you think she's alive? Scott says alive. Does either one of you... Colleen says alive. Does any of you guys want to call in right now and tell me why you think she's alive? You guys, I promise I won't bite. If you call in. Dina says sorry, still love it. Janet says dead. You guys, when this whole conspiracy theory started, I was like, Bish is dead. But then I just started watching everything and looking at details, and Carol says cloned, and looking at differences and replay. You guys, I have a neurological disorder on the side of my head, and so there are times where I can't sleep and I have to just entertain myself. So I watch videos. Hi, this is Atomic News TV.
Hi, it's Maureen.
Hey, Maureen, how's it going?
Fine, how's it going with you?
Good. So you think she's alive?
Yes, I do.
Why do you...
If she was dead, Trump would be looking to put someone else in there right away.
I think so, too. I can't think of a reason why he would, go along with a cover-up and not replace her. You know what I mean?
No. He would replace her immediately, I think.
I think it would
But
be
someone
a
wants
golden
it.
ticket for him.
I do too. I also think that there was an article, and she was quoted in that article a couple days ago.
Yes,
So
yes.
I read that too.
I'm gonna have to go read that. I didn't know that existed, but I know that my Arizona caller talked about it.
And I can't believe that any doctor would put her in a medically induced coma.
Right.
At her age.
Well, it depends on. I think it depends on the medical situation. Like, you know, I had a 10 RBG theories that I debunked, a video that I did like a week ago, and you know, where I talked about how Fox and Friends posted that image that had her birth year and her death year, and that why it could have been a mistake, and talked about, you know, why could she have been in a medically induced coma? Well, she could have died on the table. Word got out, and they put up that image, and then oops, they resuscitated her, and yeah, she had some problems. Maybe there was a need for a medically induced coma for a day or two. And, you know, like I said, there's a little bit of truth to every conspiracy theory. So, I mean, there's always, you know, some sort of possibility, but then, you know, maybe she's a tough fish, right?
If she's brain dead, I mean, if she died on the table and she's brain dead, why in the world would her family keep her alive?
Right.
That's cruel.
And then
That's very cruel.
The whole clone thing, like, we're not in a, okay, and this is no offense to the person that says she was cloned, of course, but, you know, we're not in a Star Trek movie. Right?
You are wearing a tinfoil hat.
I am wearing a tinfoil hat. I know, because if anybody's gonna do it, it's me.
It's so cute. I was so startled when I opened up the channel.
You're probably like, what is that? She's lost her mind. She's crazy.
I thought you thought the aliens were coming, like in the movie.
That's a whole nother conspiracy theory video.
We have enough conspiracy theories in our government. We don't need any more.
Right? So there's a lot.
You know?
I could talk conspiracy theory forever.
If Pelosi thinks she's president, she probably thinks she's Napoleon too, and God. You know, and I really think she took money from El Chapo. So, you know, there's conspiracies.
That's, you know, the El Chapo thing, that's a video I thought about making. You know, who did El Chapo pay off? Like, what politicians? That's juicy stuff right now.
There is a picture with her, with the president of Mexico, and what is it, Ship, and they're walking with El Chapo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, she can't say she didn't meet him.
Right? Right? And there's a little bit of truth to every conspiracy theory. Oh boy, yeah, I keep trying to find, like, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I was going to say, she's just nuttier to bedbug.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
She has alcohol senile-induced dementia.
Oh yeah, for sure. She doesn't need to be doing what she's doing, I don't think, at all.
No, I don't think she does either. Neither does, what is the other one from California? I was born in California.
Me too.
In California, and I wouldn't go back to California for all the money in the world.
Me either. Oh my God, no. I will never live in a blue state again. Never.
No, I don't live in a blue state. Although, everyone in my family is a Democrat but me. My husband, the children, they're all Democrats.
Your husband's a Democrat? How do you do that without, like, wanting to kill each other?
Well, we don't talk about politics, especially about people coming illegally here, because my attitude is shoot them.
So I guess you don't show him my channel then.
No. You know, my son was killed by a dreamer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Who got out of the car and pretended he didn't speak any English. So I have no sympathy with him whatsoever.
Oh my gosh,
that's sad. They'd stop coming over here.
Wow.
So I may be
way on the right.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah, I'm married to a Democrat. Our children are Democrats. It's really sad.
I'm so sorry for both. For both.
My son-in-law, however, is a Republican. Thank God for one Republican.
You're like, thank you.
Anyway.
Thank you, Jesus.
It's so silly. But anyway, let somebody else tell you about their conspiracy theories. I will hang up. I know my 5 minutes is over.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much for calling in.
Oh, bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, I'm so glad we got an opposing opinion to the whole dead or alive thing. That was awesome. My hair is flying in my face and tickling my nose, so I promise you guys I'm not picking my nose. I'm scratching my nose. And I know that with my angle you all can see my nose. And my hat keeps tilting. Gosh, the quality on this is really shitty. Great color though, and yes, purple Gatorade. Sorry, I too am sorry for her loss. That is sad. And this time cannot put any. I'm just trying to read some. Brent, what do you mean one last time? Hold on. You guys, I can take one more caller. Area code 779-333-9628. 5 minutes, no block calls. You can tell me if you think Ruth Bader Ginsburg is alive or dead. What do you think about the whole Q conspiracy? Oh, here we go. Brent's going to try again. Let's see if he can get through. Oh, please, please, please. Hi, this is Atomic News.
Hey, Laura.
Yes, I can hear you.
I had to put a microphone in my phone. I wonder what's going on with that. I mean, earpiece. I didn't. My phone wouldn't talk to you on regular speaker. I didn't know what was going on. What I was going to say about RGB is Moore v. Texas was a mental health case. So that case was decided on the 19th. Was the very last. The 19th of this month. It was the last case that the Supreme Court heard arguments on.
Okay.
So she was alive at least up to the 19th because that was the final day that all the justices had to put in their ruling.
Okay, so you think that she was alive up until the 19th at least of this month?
I do.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Because all the justices had to have been seated to regulate them all for it to go through, unless it was under some special circumstances, and it was not.
Okay. Okay. Good point. Good point.
I just looked it up.
Okay, that's an excellent point. And all of those justices would not be covering for, I'm sorry, my nose is itching, for, Ruth Bader Ginsburg if she wasn't in fact alive and present, right?
That is correct.
Right.
Especially three of them. Three of them would not.
Especially Kavanaugh, right? Why would Kavanaugh cover up?
He wouldn't. He would not. They have no reason to defend her. I mean, if you think about it, they have no reason to defend her. And this case really wasn't. It was a death penalty case, but it really wasn't a big deal. Your guy was right about policing for profit, but it was a mental health issue per curiam. In the Texas Court of Appeals, the petitioner was a guy named Bobby James Moore, and he had intellectual disability.
Okay. So I think I saw something about this. Was he a black man?
Yes.
Okay.
They were saying that he wasn't eligible for the death penalty.
Yes, okay, I remember seeing this on Friday.
Yeah. That's right. Ex parte, it was ex parte Moore I took some brief notes on it. This case has been rambling on since 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to see where RGB might, because justices like to, put in their 2 cents after the rulings, and I don't see, there's absolutely nothing in here where it's quoting her as saying anything. So.
Okay.
That would be the only. See, that's where I see a lot of fishiness is because small things like that, the proof is in the details, and that pretty much goes with anything. But this right here, she's known for her quotes. She definitely wants to be in the history book. So anyway, I just wanted to call and give you that and see what you thought about that. I know that you think that she's alive. I don't know anymore. After this, I don't know. When was her cancer surgery? Didn't they? Because most old people, they die of pneumonia.
Right.
And they would have had to have gone in through her lungs, and supposedly she had a bout of pneumonia after the cancer. I believe that is what's, if it hadn't killed her yet, I believe it's going to.
Right. I don't think if she is alive, she doesn't have much time, because if she's 85, I think that Trump will outlive her in his term, whether it be this term or 2020 term. And regardless of, let's just say she is alive and we get proof that she's alive, then I think it doesn't matter in the long run, because he's going to have to appoint another judge anyway.
That's right. And another thing is, and which this is something that I'm really surprised hasn't happened, is people hadn't pulled a, what do you call it, when cops have to welfare check.
Right.
Somebody hasn't done a welfare check on her. Have a cop go up to her house and actually knock on the door for proof of life.
Right.
Make sure she's alive and well. The cop would actually have to see her before he has, she has to be animated for him to say, yes, she's alive.
Right. I think you have a good point there.
So, I'm really surprised that hasn't happened. Washington, D.C., police department, if you think about it, before they were given arrest powers, they were nothing more than park police, because Washington, D.C. Is a state, so the state in itself incorporated. So they were actually run by state troopers.
Yes.
Before D.C. police were incorporated. And if you think about it, this D.C., the female D.C. police chief that was in there when Obama was in there, is now the head of security for, I believe, what is it, Patriots? Is it Patriots? Is a football team in New York. She's head of security. And then this guy right here that we have in there now, he's been pulled on a bunch of security issues, from things as small as, not small, but Seth Rich. He's really caught up in the Seth Rich thing. All the people that are still trying to slam that home onto, I don't know if they're trying to do it with Hillary. I'm sorry, I know I'm going over 5 minutes.
I know. I was just gonna say I'm gonna have to call time on you, but you know I love you.
I love you too. All right. Anyway, I wanted to drop that and see, get your opinion, see what you thought about that, and I'll let the next person call in. I'll talk to you later.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
For sure.
Bye. Bye. He's the best. Like, he's one of the few people that actually has my, like, real contact information. So I love when I get to talk to him. And there's only a handful of people that have that, so hopefully he feels special. Now, I saw some of you guys are like, you should order pizzas to her house, and I'm like, oh, that'd be good. Maybe we should Laura Loomer her. You know, wasn't it Laura Loomer that did the whole thing at Nancy Pelosi's house? Maybe, like, I need to try and do a GoFundMe and gather enough money to get a plane ticket to DC and show up on Ruth Bader Ginsburg's door and be like, hi, excuse me? Because I would do that. I mean, I am wearing a tinfoil hat on YouTube, and I did just try and call a number that was possibly Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which could be. Maybe she just didn't answer. I mean, it's later on the East Coast. She's an old lady. Maybe she's asleep. Maybe it is a real number, you guys. And if you came onto this show late and you missed that phone call, I'm so sorry. But I'm going to give you the telephone number because it is public record. You just have to freaking pay $1 for it. So I'm going to give it to you. It's a landline number, area code 202-965-0642, and that's supposed to be the number for 85-year-old Ruth Bader Ginsburg in Washington, D.C. There is a mobile cell phone listed, but that number turned out to be the Supreme Court. So, my guess is, at one point, if not still currently, this number is legit somehow, because if it ties in an 85-year-old old lady, Ruth, under the name Ruth Bader Ginsburg, in D.C. with a family member that matches her husband's name, and then it has a telephone number for the Supreme Court, and then a number that just rings, and after so many rings, it hangs up on you. It's very possible it could be her number or a number related to her somehow. And am I going to stop calling that number? No, because I want to know. Why would I do that? Why would I stop? So, you guys, I have a question for you. Now, I did mention the address is in, you know, because I went into Google Earth and I went in and looked at the address that is attached to the telephone number. And it looked like a high-rise, like apartment building of some sort near the river. And let me ask you guys something. Yeah, no answering machine. You're right, Lola. Let me ask you guys something. Do you want me to do like a slideshow video that shows you the surrounding area and the building, and you know how I can kind of see on top the lounge chairs and people lounging, and pools covered up so that you guys can see that? I see. Yep. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Check. Yeah. So I does that mean? Yeah. Okay. So I'll do one of my slideshow videos where it just shows slides, different views, different angles of this building that says it's supposed to be her home. Okay, so I'll do that tonight. Don't worry. This is a call from Florida. I probably know who this is. This is going to be my last phone call, just so you guys know. Catherine says, oh, yes, please. Okay, good. I'll do that for you. Hi, this is Atomic News. Hello? Hello? Hola? Okay. That didn't work. I was pretty sure that was Florida Jim, but I could have been wrong. It could have been Lilo. I don't know. It could have been someone else. But one of these days I'll program people's names into the phone so I know who the hell is calling that is a repeat caller. You know, goals. Jim trolling. Here we go. We'll try it again. Hi, Atomic News TV.
Hey, I want to weigh in on Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
You do? All right, dead or alive?
Well, I'll tell you what, she's alive, and the reason I believe that is it would take way too many people to cover that up.
Right.
And if they got caught, it would be a major felony. Now,
yes.
On the other hand, I do believe that she's not able to make decisions at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I would believe that they're trying to cover up that portion of it as long as they can get away with it. But at some time, they're going to have to say, look, it's over now. I think they're waiting to see if they can't impeach Trump real quickly. And that plays into this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Like, don't you think that if this really was true, if she was dead, it would be like the biggest conspiracy since like the moon landing, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I don't believe we landed on the moon either, okay?
Okay.
So, but the thing about it is that if she died in her home, you know, they couldn't leave her there. The whole neighborhood would stink, okay?
Yes, this is true.
So now they've got to find a morgue to take her to, or a funeral home. And now everyone's got to shut their mouth. Nobody can talk. The people that knew she died at home, they couldn't talk. And people love to talk, and if they were covering it up, and someone knew that, or a lot of people knew it, somebody would be itching to say, I'm going to get some money out of this.
You know it. That would be the biggest story and worth so much money.
Absolutely. And the thing about the airport, I find it almost impossible that she was walking through any airport in this country and not be noticed. Somebody out there would have noticed who that was and certainly would have taken a picture, and the same thing would apply. Hey, I got a picture, CNN, give me $500,000 and I'll give you the picture. You know?
Right? Because in America, everybody is bought and sold.
Absolutely. And, you know, getting back to this, like Q, I necessarily don't believe much of anything QAnon says. And one thing that really kind of aggravates me, it's like I like to surf the internet and read different news as alternative news. I don't believe much in the mainstream media. But now they're saying H.W. Bush was executed. Look, the guy was 94 years old. Do you think they went into his room? He was probably in a hospital bed at home, incontinent, didn't even know where he was at. And they said, Mr. Bush, take this one big pill course, and that's all you have to take, you know, and execute him through, you know, a lethal overdose of a drug. I don't believe that they executed Bush 41. It's all over the internet that George W. has confessed, and his execution is set for 2 years from now because he's still cooperating. Obama's at Gitmo. I mean, it just goes on.
It's crazy. It's crazy how much conspiracy is out there. That's why I always say you can't buy into every single conspiracy theory. You know, at some point you have to start questioning reality and questioning things.
Absolutely. I mean, if people would take the time, like I have, I've really done a lot of investigative work on a lot of things that I hear. But if people would actually take the time and listen to both sides, listen to the people who believe we did not land on the moon, I'll use that as an example, and let them tell you why, listen to them with an open mind, then listen to the people saying that we did.
Yes.
Then draw your conclusion.
Exactly.
From both sides.
Exactly.
But you've got to listen to reasonable people. You can't be listening to people that are biased to begin with.
Yes.
You know, everyone has to have an open mind.
Yes.
So I just, a lot of this, I just do not believe it. It's almost incredible. When is the last time this country ever put a former president, first lady in prison?
Right.
Never.
Right.
And it's not going to happen. Hillary is not going to go to jail. She's not going. I hate to disappoint people, but you look.
We all wish. We just all wish.
Yeah, I mean, it's wishful thinking, but reality, you have to deal in reality here.
Yes.
You know, it's really, really not going to happen. I wished it would, but I don't see it happening. And that one thing before I go, I don't know what your thoughts are. I believe his name's Richard Kraft, the owners of the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, I read something briefly about that. I kind of was like, okay, that's something I have to read up on.
Okay, well, do your homework on that one because a lot of the mainstream media have said that he is a small name. There are much bigger fish involved in this, and it's going to come out eventually. So they're trying to, the left-wing news media is trying to implicate Trump some way with this, I believe. That's my theory.
Ooh, juicy.
But, yeah, because Trump was a good friend of his. Did you know that?
Because Trump was a what?
Trump was a friend to the owner.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that, yeah, I see where you're going now.
The left-wing news media like CNN, MSNBC, they are going to be pushing on that probably come Monday real hard just to tarnish Trump again.
You are so right, because that left won't stop. It's one thing after another.
Yeah, but they get egg on their face constantly. It's like, when will you guys come up with something that we can believe? Like the Smollett deal. They jumped all over that Smollett thing.
Yep.
It's like they didn't even do any homework. They didn't even fact check to see if any, right away, they, you know, tied it into Trump. But I will give you a good clue. I don't know if you listen to Dan Bongino.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yes. Now, if you want the truth and common sense information as to what is really going on with our government, our politicians.
Yeah, James, I did call. I'll recap that in a sec.
He's really good. He's ex-CIA, ex-FBI, and he has some people that are still in the FBI that are feeding him information as to what is really going on. That's why he knows so much about the inner workings. But basically, just to close this conversation, I'll tell you how I feel about our politicians.
Okay.
Most all of them are crooked, thieves, and they're not working for the American people. They're working to line their pockets with our money. And
oh, for sure.
They've been getting away with it so long, they'll never go to jail either. None of them. They'll just end up retiring. Nancy Pelosi, she's worth $234 million. Why does she need to still hang in, working for the government?
Yeah, she should be enjoying life for the rest of her life and just kicking back in her vineyard.
Yeah, I mean, she's an alcoholic anyway. You ever see her?
Oh, yeah, I put a video that shows her that's like she's totally drunk. I made that, a video like that. You should go back and watch it.
Yeah, well, in 2018, Fox News came out with a little something on her.
Thank you, Jim.
In 2018, she spent over $100,000 on alcohol for her.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of alcohol. And spent $4 million of taxpayers' money flying all over the place. That includes Hawaii, her last trip. That was her vacation. We paid for it. So,
yeah. All right, my dear.
Anyway, okay, well, you have a good evening.
You too. Thanks so much for calling in.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. I always feel bad cutting people off. Like, I know, I do. I love talking to everybody, so I never want you guys to think that I don't want to talk to you, because obviously I do want to talk to you. It's just sometimes, when a call goes long, everybody's like, okay, somebody else, have a turn too. Everybody wants a turn. It's like kindergarten. We all want a turn, right? I love you guys, though, and I am so grateful for every single one of you guys that calls in. So somebody asked, earlier, just a few seconds ago, hey, I just came in. Did she call? Yes, I did call. Just so you guys know, I'm not taking any more phone calls on the line, so don't call in. But yes, I did call. And one number was for the Supreme Court, and that was the number that was marked as cell phone, which I found was hilarious. And then the number that was supposed to be a landline, just rang and rang and rang. No voicemail, nobody answered, nothing. So I tried that number twice, and I gave a couple minutes in between the two phone calls. Nobody answered. It is supposed to be on the East Coast. It is supposed to be later. She's an old lady. If it is in fact her number, she could be asleep. But why wouldn't a handler answer the phone? I don't know. Am I gonna stop calling that number? No. And in fact, I gave out the number earlier, so you guys call. Do I need to like Laura Loomer this and go show up at the doorstep? I don't know. Do I need to order some pizzas to Ruth Bader Ginsburg house now that I know the address? No. But that would be funny, huh? Thank you all for putting up with my tinfoil hat. And you guys, like I said, conspiracy theories. There's always a little bit of truth to every conspiracy theory. And always question what you're watching. Because if you don't question what you're watching, you're just following. Okay? I make these videos with details going both ways because I want you to see both sides of the fence. And then you, as an adult, as a grown adult, can take the information that you get from various sources and come to your own conclusion as to what the truth actually is. Because, as they say on the X-Files, you guys, the truth is out there, and we simply just need to find it. And that last part is Atomic News TV. You can quote me. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being on this live stream. It was fun trying to call a number and not knowing what was going to happen. I was a little nervous. It was really cool though. I am going to make that video for you guys. I know some of you want to see the video of the residence. I did Google Earth it. I'm going to take some photos, screenshots. I'm going to do a slideshow video so you guys can see the exact residence that's supposed to match the telephone number that I called. I think Stone did the same thing before he was swatted. Are you referring to Stony Stone? Yeah, I don't really watch his videos anymore. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that though. That's a whole nother story. But you guys, thank you all for being here, and that was so fun. I hope you guys enjoyed my Louis Vuitton hat. No, I'm just kidding. And am I going to stop believing in conspiracy theories? No. But am I going to question them? Yes. And will I make another conspiracy video again in the future? You betcha, sugar. And until then, good job, Laura. That was a super good exit. Yeah. Good job, Laura. Until then, peace out.